Overall good work. Let us move to subject today. What are the classes we have worked so far? Arrays, things we have worked. And today we are going to work on dates. And there are two more classes out there like URL sets params and form data that will be covering at later on. There is nothing much to learn in that, but we will be using it at the time of server. Dates we are going to work on. What exactly dates? Dates are useful to store year, month, date, hours, minutes, seconds, milliseconds, everything we can store it into one object. That is date object. We can create the date object using date class. Let me create a project first. Let me open this. Okay. So let us move to date class. The date object works with dates and times. The date objects are created with the new date. Date is the name of the class. If you create a copy of it using the new keyword, that becomes date object. What is the purpose of date object? It can store details about dates. Date means what? It stores about the date, month, year, hours, minutes, seconds, milliseconds. Everything can be stored. For example, I wanted to store your date of birth. I can use date. There I can store your date, month, year, hours, seconds, milliseconds also. We can store it. That's why the purpose of date is useful. And there are four ways of instantiating a date. There are four ways we can create it. One is using date, just like that. And another is using milliseconds, and there is using date string, and another is using new data. We can specify these things. We'll be working on these things one after the other. First, we'll be looking into this approach. What I wanted to do, I wanted to create a date. So now what I'll do, I'll just come here. Methods are there, but simple methods only, very easy to understand. Like get month, get year, get a date, get a day, those kind of things. Right. Now, for example, what I will do, I just create a class that I'll say today's date is new. Have created a copy of a date, and internally it takes the date, hours, minutes, and time of the browser. Now I have created this date. Now let me try to print it. What actually happened? Console log. Say today's date. Now see what will it be printed. It's showing Thursday, January 5th, 2023, 3/8/25. Here it is 3/8. Time cross actually. GMT plus 5:30 means there is something called Greenwich Mean Time. From that Greenwich Mean Time onwards, extra 5:30 hours is our time. Understanding what is date? Now this date object includes day, month, date, year, hours, minutes, seconds. All are there. If you want, you can get only a part of it also, because it has certain methods called get dates, get month, get year. See, get date returns the date of day of the month between 1 to 31. Get day returns the day of the week 0 to 6. Day means Monday to Sunday. Like that. Get full year returns the year. Get hours, get milliseconds, get minutes, get month, get seconds, get time. So many methods are there. Now let us try it. Now if I print it, the whole full date are displaying it, like month, date, hours, minutes, seconds, and everything. I don't want everything. I want only date. So I'll say console log today's date dot get date. We'll be getting the date of that date object, which will be 5th January. Are you able to see? If I wanted to get month, get month. Now let us see here. If you see here, are you able to see? What are we getting? 5 is date, 0 is January. 0 means January. If you see the reference here, get month returns the month from 0 to 11. 0 means 11 means December. Now if you feel that is confusion to you, what you can do, you can create an array here. Let month names. So I'll say January, February, July, August, January to December. We have created. Now, what I will do here, we are getting the number right. So I'll say month names of what I will get here 0. That 0 we are passing it to array. So now what I should get January 5th January. Understand? Now I wanted to get the year. So I'll say get year. Get year. What I should get year. 123. Get fully the get year is not there. Get year is there. Get year is there, but it is deprecated. Use get full year instead. So I have to use the get. No, 2020. 5th January 2023. So I am getting the date. I am getting the month in numbers. I am converting that into strings using array. And here I am getting. I can get hours, minutes, seconds, milliseconds also. I can get it. Now what I'll do, I just say get hours. Hours. Then minutes. Seconds. Get hours, minutes, seconds, milliseconds. Now I'll come here and see. It's January. It's January 2023. 15 means 3 hours. 15 means 315. 22 seconds, 143 milliseconds. Exactly. Understanding? So, whenever we create an instance of a date object, automatically hours, minutes, seconds, milliseconds, month, year, date, everything will be stored into that. If you want, you can get what you want. That's what actually date class is. Got your point? And now I have created a date class. It is taking today's date, but I don't want today's date. I wanted to create date based on some month's date, some other date. There are multiple ways we can create date, right? You can use the other ways also. Now see, you can try this while creating the date. You specify the year you want, month you want, day you want, hours, minutes, seconds, milliseconds. The date will be created accordingly. Now let us see here the same thing here. Instead of just using like this, I had just given new date. No parameters are have been given, so everything is creating according to today. But what I'll do, I'll just try another way. First I'll specify here. I wanted to create a data object with the Independence Day. So year 19 47, first year. Then month, year. Then month. What is the month? August. August means 8. But as per this, 7, 0 to start. So 7 I am giving. Then 15 is the date. When we got our independence, actually, people say it's midnight. So I'll say 12, 12, 12, 12, 12. That means 1947 year, 7th month. 7 means 0 to 7 means August 8th year. 15, then 12 hours. 12 means basically 0, 0. 12 means 0, 0, right? 0 hours, 12 minutes, 12 seconds, 12 minutes. Now, if I see here, now see, I'll see it. Now see. 15th August 1947, 0 hours, 12 minutes, 12 seconds, 12 minutes. So if you just create a new date, it will take today's date, today's time. Now you don't want today's date and time, you can give the parameters, what date you wanted, like this. Year, month, day, hours, minutes, seconds, minutes. There is another way is also there, the third way. Third way, you can just pass the milliseconds. Instead of specifying hours, minutes, seconds, milliseconds, you just pass the milliseconds. Based on that milliseconds, it calculates the time. It generates the time. See, it's like this. You know, 1 year means 365 days. 1 day means 24 hours. 1 hour means 60 minutes. 1 minute means 60 seconds. 1 second means 1000 milliseconds. We have to give in milliseconds actually. Now if I give milliseconds, that millisecond will be converted into seconds. Second will be converted into minutes. Minutes will be converted into hours. Hours will be converted into days. That number of days will be added. Added from when? 1st Jan 1970 onwards. 1st Jan 1970 onwards. For example, if I give 1 crore milliseconds, that 1 crore milliseconds will be converted into days and it will be added from 1st Jan 1970 onwards. Then it will be adding it. Just to show you an example, now I am just showing you the other way. Third way, let today's date is equal to, I am giving today's date, but actually not today's date. Equal to new date, and I am giving milliseconds. 1, 10, 100,000, 10,000 lakh, 10 lakh crore, 10 crore, 100 crore. I am giving 100 crore milliseconds. This 100 crore milliseconds will be converted into seconds. That means 1, 10, 100,000, 10,000 lakh, 10 lakh crore, 10 crore, 100 crore. 100 crore by 1000. That means this is seconds. By 60. That is minutes. By 60. That is hours. By 24. That is days. So 11 days basically. So these 11 days will be added from 1st Jan 1970 onwards. That means it will be 11th or 12th January it should show. Now let us try it. Now if I see here, if I refresh it, now see what. See, 12th January 1970. January 1st onwards, they have added 11 days actually. Understanding milliseconds. You give the milliseconds, it will give us the date. Now I have given positive number, I will give negative number. From 1st January 97 onwards, negative it will go reverse. It will be 1969, it will go like. See, 20th December 1960. Understanding this is a very important. Usually, whenever you create any transaction, for example, you have done some banking transaction. When they have done also, they will be storing. They will not store in date, time, or seconds. They store it in milliseconds. Understanding what I'm saying? In the server, usually they store it in milliseconds. So wherever you are accessing, converting that milliseconds to the time. That is how people use it. Sometimes, from server you will be getting it. Server means what? If you open Facebook, you will see someone has liked or shared or commented will be showing. If someone has commented it, they will also show you when they have commented. So that date they are storing, right, when they have commented it. They will store that in milliseconds also. Got the point? In that cases we can use it. So date class is useful to create today's date just by like that. If you wanted to create this on specific dates, you pass the year, month, date, hours, milliseconds, and all those things. Or if you give milliseconds, that gives the date in milliseconds. Milliseconds will be converted into date and adds to 1970 1st January. Now what I will do, instead of I have added 100 crore milliseconds, 1000 crore I am adding. Now see the date. Refresh it. See, 26th April 1970. 1000 crore I have added. 1000 crore seconds or milliseconds? Milliseconds. Another 0. 10,000 crore milliseconds I have added. Now see what happens. See, 3rd March 1973. 3 years approximately it has added. Now I am adding one more. 1 lakh crore. Understanding what is happening? We are giving milliseconds, that is giving us the date and time. September 2001. If I add one more, 10 lakh crores. This is future date. 10 lakh crores we have added, the 10 lakh crore milliseconds we add, that is future date. Understanding what I am saying? Creating a date with today's date is not a big deal. Directly new date. If you wanted to create date based on specific date and time, you can pass the parameters while creating it. Or you can pass milliseconds also, you can create it. And you can pass it through strings also. You can create a date using string also. That means what? This we have tried, this we have tried, this we have tried, and this we are going to try. This we are going to try it. You just see it here. We can pass it within strings like this. 2015 -03. That means 25th March 2015. Like this also you can create it. First year, then month, then date. Now I can create the line. Let's say 1947. This is nothing but August 15. I'm passing it through strings now. Let us see. We have to check whether it creates August or July. August only it is created. That means even though you are passing with 08, it is converting internally as 7th according to them. Understanding? And now where these strings will be used, particularly type date. We have input types, right? Input type number is there, text is there, radio is there, checkbox is there, type date is also there. Now just to show you what I will do here, I'll create a theme, insert this theme, label date of joining, and then say input test type and giving date. Now because I have given specific type date, now you should see that. Now I am clicking on this and I am selecting some date 12/01/2023. I have selected it. Now this date you wanted to convert into data object. Then we can use this. Now let us try this. What I will do, I'll say on change. We have on change event, right? Non-change event. What we are doing, I wanted to get its value, so I have to create a ref. I'll say import Korea. Use ref. Then I have created. I wanted to create the ref. Let the joining date ref equal to ref. I'm just setting that to ref. What I will do, let's say letter joining date object joining date object is equal to new date. But this date object I wanted to store what user has selected. What I'll do here, I'll say joining date dot current dot value. That string I am passing. Then I say console log joining date object. So we are creating a date input. From that input, we are collecting. User is selecting the date. From that selected date, we are getting its string. Then I am passing it to date object. Now let us see whether it works or not. Joining date object. Showing error. Not I can see in console log. Now I'll come here and let us see. I'm selecting 19th Jan 2023. What happens? 19th Jan 2023. Getting it or not? So we are creating the input. For that input, we are giving the ref. Whatever the user has selected, that value we are collecting it through ref.current.value, and I am passing that to date object. This is going to be a string only, right? Going to be a string only. I am creating the date based on the string, and accordingly it is creating. Now I can do whatever I want. Month, year, hour, second, millisecond, anything I can. In these purposes, mainly string will be used. Understood the 4 ways? First, directly create a new date object without any parameters. That takes today's date. Takes today's date and time. Then, if you want a specific, then you pass the parameters. 3 ways you can pass parameters: either milliseconds or strings, or year, month, date, and like that. Whichever suits your requirement, you can do that. Usually, strings people will be selecting like this. Understanding? Now we are specifying the month, date, and year, hours and seconds. It is taking the basic one, like 5:30. It is taking. Now let me check one more. 27th Jan 27, 5:30. It is taking default time. Hours, minutes, and seconds I haven't given. If you want, you can give that also. There is a type date, time, local. Date time is there. Date time. Just announce. I have given wrong. Date hyphen. Now I am selecting 19th, 6:38 AM. Exactly we are. And there are few more methods are there. Get date, get day, get full year, get hour, get milliseconds, month, seconds, get time. See, get time returns the number of milliseconds since midnight Jan 1st, 1970. It is specified. That means if you say get time, it will be getting the milliseconds from that time onwards. Get time. And we use this mainly now. Return the number of milliseconds since midnight 1st Jan 1970. That means what, this is now is actually class method. That means class name dot method name. Class name dot Now, what I will do here, say, so log date dot now. That means what? From 1st Jan 1970 onwards till now, how many years? So many years. That 70 means almost 30, 53 years. 53 years from that time, all the milliseconds will be getting into it. Now see here, if I select something here, for example, I'm selecting something. Now see, are you able to see? This is actually milliseconds from 1st January 1970 onwards to till date. Now I'll copy this and I'll paste this. 5,000 seconds by 60 minutes by 60 hours by 24 days by 65 years, 53 years. 1972 now 53 years. Date dot now gives us the milliseconds from 1970 1st Jan onwards till this code executes. We'll be using this also in the future. Understanding? Now there are so many methods are there which is useful for that. Set a date. If you wanted to specify the date, change the date, you just use set a date. Set a date, set full year, set hour, set minutes, set milliseconds, months, and all. Get is for getting the date. Set is for setting the date. Understand? Now, here I am selecting 31st January is there. Now I wanted to change that to 5th Jan. Yes, I can do that. Now, the planning date dot set. Okay. I am giving 5th. So dot get date, get the date. This is setting the date. Now see, whatever the time I change now, it will take as 5th only, because we are setting the date. Like we have set a date, get a date, get a date, get a month, get a year, get hours, minutes, seconds. Like I set a date, set month, year, minutes, seconds, milliseconds. Everything is there. Understanding what I'm saying? And the set UTC date means universal time. Universal means what? India time is different. Pakistan time is different. China time is different. US time is different. There is something called universal time. It's same for all, but no one is using it. But that is same for all. That we'll be getting it. Get UTC. Get also might be same. Get UTC date, get UTC date, get UTC full year, get hours, milliseconds like that. India time is different. UTC time is different. Understanding? Now see here, if I say get UTC hours, let us take get UTC hours. Let me show you. Let me create one more. Let me create a button. UTC, Universal Time Zone, basically. let date object is equal to new date. Normally it gives today's date and time. Now I'll say console log date object dot get hours, get hours. We'll be getting 15 hours basically. But now observe here, let's say get UTC hours. UTC means that is 5.5 hours before. You will get 10 hours. Let us see. Now, RM to 10. Universal time is 5.5 hours before than present time. Understand? Complicated. See, for example, I'm giving an example. I now Apple, for example, Apple company is there. Now they wanted to conduct a meeting between all heads of Apple, all country heads. Now Apple products are available in 100 countries, for example. Apple products are available in 100 countries. Now they wanted to conduct a meeting. If they say 4 p.m., what? Who's 4 p.m.? India 4 p.m. is different. Singapore 4 p.m. is different. Australia 4 p.m. is different. USA 4 p.m. is different. Which 4 p.m.? What they say 4 p.m. UTC. That means universal time. For all countries, there is one common time, universal time. UTC we call it. Now they say 4 p.m. UTC. According to UTC, it is 4 p.m. That means if it is 4 p.m. UTC means India is 5.5 hours ahead than UTC. That means 9:30 India time. 9:30 p.m. night. UTC 4 p.m. means as per India, it is 9:30. Understanding? Probably Singapore 8 hours probably. 8 hours means 10:30, 11:30, 12 p.m. 12 a.m. for them. Universal time zone 4 p.m. means for Singapore time it is 12. India time it is 9:30. Australia time different. UK time different. So very big companies use universal time zone. Meeting also, if there's a conduct a meeting, you'll be getting an email. We'll be having a meeting there. They'll be telling you 5:30 for UTC like that. Understanding what I'm saying? So if you wanted to convert normal get date, normal get hours means you will be getting your time zone date and time. Get UTC date, get UTC month, get UTC hours means universal time zone you will be getting. That is the difference between get a time and get UTC time. Now, just to show you Indian time. Now, Indian time zone. I'm saying Indian time zone. Are you able to see time zone in India GMT plus 5:30. GMT means Greenwich Mean Time, nothing but UTC. From UTC, 5.5 hours extra. Now I'll say Singapore time zone. GMT plus 8. So from universal time zone, it is 8 hours. If I say UK time zone. UK time zone. UK time zone is the same time. UK time zone and universal time zone both are same. And say USA time zone, let us see. For them also there are different are there. USA time zone even in US itself different time zones are there. Minus I think -10, -9, -8. Like this they are giving it. 6 hours before. That means if they say 4 p.m. Singapore is +8. That means 12. This is Central Standard Time is CST means -6. That means around 10 o'clock in the morning. Understanding what I'm saying? That is actually time zone means. They call it as Greenwich Mean Time, and you can also call it as UTC. Understanding what I'm saying? Now, you are working in a project. You wanted to set up a meeting. Right? Your client is a US client. If you say 9:30 p.m., is that right thing? No. 9:30 p.m. your time is different. 9:30 p.m. their time is different. Almost 12 hours difference will be there. Then you have to send the time in UTC. You have to send the time in UTC. Got your point? When I was working, my office is starts by 9:30 a.m. When I used to go to office, by 2 o'clock I used to go. Office is by 9:30. Then how come I go by 2 o'clock? Why? Because if I used to go to office by 9:30. By the time I come from office, their morning, and they will say we will have a meeting. By 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, the meeting starts. And 11, 12, 1 also used to happen. Night. So morning 9:30 you go, and if you come to office by 1 o'clock in the night, 1 week fine. After that you cannot handle it. Naturally, if you go to home late by 1 o'clock, do you wake up and come to office by 9:30 again? No. So it used to be 10:30 because you just left late. Then 11:30, then 12:30, then 1:30. Then after a certain point of time, I got some clarity that overlap time should be there between Indian team and US team. That means what? Overlap time means we work up to here. They work from here. From morning to evening we work. By the time we leave, they start coming. They will start coming. So either they have to come early. So this is the time we can both work at the same time, or we have to leave early. So what we used to do? We used to leave late. This is 9:30. 9:30 come. If I come to 9:30, maximum 7 or 8, we have to leave it. We cannot leave it by the time because we have meetings. So we used to come late. So this is the overlap time we call it. Out of 8 hours working time, around 3 hours, we and US team work parallelly. Got your point? That's why morning time has switched from 9:30 to. Understanding? So whenever they conduct meeting, they will be sending notes basically, like email. In that email they will say 10 p.m. UTC, like that they will tell 10 p.m., 11 p.m., 4 p.m., whatever it is. Then we have to calculate, okay, 10 p.m. UTC means we'll check. we have calculators will be there, right? Time zones. In companies, if you see, they will be mentioning multiple clocks: US clock, UK clock, India clock, Singapore clock, like that. Why for that only? It's not for display or fashion. Understanding? They will be telling you in the mail. First we'll be having a call. In 1 hour we'll go for meeting. Then they'll say US time. Okay, 1 hour means it is time for them. Normally we used to spend up to their lunch hours. US time lunch hours are there, right? Like 1 o'clock they'll go for lunch. Up to their lunch hours we used to spend like that. 4 hours overlap hour we used to spend. Understanding what is UTC. And I was working in another project. UK team is there. US team is there. India team. I think Singapore team. Total different time zones actually. This different time zone, this different time zone, this different time zone, this different time zone. Then meeting means what they'll do? They'll tell the meeting time in UTC only. Whenever they send the time, we have to calculate. Okay. India time is plus 5:30. That means if they say meeting by 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. means 5 plus 5:30, 10:30 p.m. is the meeting. If they say 2 o'clock, 7:30 is the meeting. Singaporeans, 8 hours. If they say 2 o'clock, 10 is the time. Understanding? If they conduct the meeting in the morning in US, it will be evening in Singapore. So, whatever the date, we can be converting from normal time zone to UTC. So, get UTC date, get UTC month, get UTC year, all those things we can get. Understood? Understood date object? That's it. And there is a third party package is there called moment. What? Moment. There is a third party package called moment. If you use this moment, handling dates will be much easier. Handling dates will be much easier. Now, let us see it. I'll just search moment. Yes. So moment.js, moment.js. How do we install it? npm install moment. npm install moment. Now it will automatically give whatever the format we want. The January 5th, 2023, 356. Like we are creating a separate array for months. If you say get the day, 0 to 6 you will be getting it. You don't get Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You have to create one more array for days: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and 5 means Saturday, 0 means Sunday. Like that, you have to convert it again. But they are doing automatically everything for us. If you use the moment. Now let me show you. I'll just install a moment. npm install. Now I have installed moment. Then what I will do, I'll import moment from. Now what is the specialty of this? Everything they are doing, they are simplifying the date handling. Now I create one more button. We have imported moment, right? And for the import, we have given the name moment. What are we have imported? Now I just use like this. Moment from moment format. Moment format I am giving. Now whatever the date, I want this in this format. Month, year, month, date, year, hours, minutes, seconds. A means AM or PM. Now if I click on it, it's here. Now the old approach, I have to create an array for Jan to December. I have to create an array from Monday to Sunday. Then I have to convert the zeros and ones to that. I have to do that. But here it is not required. They are doing it automatically for us. We have this button moment. Now if I click on this, hmm? No, not required. Everything it will do automatically. Moment. button on click. Are we making any mistake? Everything seems to be correct, right? We are getting it, but we have to put it in console actually. Dot log. Have to print it now on the console. Once I click on this, January 5th, 2023, 0334. I haven't created any array for Jan to December like that. It will automatically understand. And here no, just I'll show you. You can understand it. Here I am giving instead of 4 ems, I am giving 3 ems. Okay, and I'll be giving 2 ems. I'll be giving 1 em. You can see the difference. Okay. 1 em I am giving, 2 ems I am giving, 3 ems I am giving, 4 ems. 4 control statements I am giving. You will see the difference now. 1, 2, 3, 4 both I have given. If I click on it, no, 1 5th 2023. Now here 2 ems 01 it is showing. 3 ems Jan it is showing. JAN only 3. 4 ems January full month it is showing. That's the difference between single, double, triple, and 4 ems. And we have D. D means date. 0 is there, right? This O basically. This is to show RD or ST or TH like that. 5th TH will be shown. If I remove this, that will not be shown. Now see, the second one I am removing this D. O I am removing it. So TH will not be shown. Now see the difference. Second one TH is not shown. Understanding what I'm saying? And the year I'm giving for all the 4 letters are showing. If I give 2, only 2 will be shown. 23 like that it will be shown. H means hours, MM means minutes, SS means seconds. If I give double H, for example, capitals, 24 hours it shows. Now see 16. 24 hours it is showing. Here 12 hours time. And here A or A means A, it shows AM or PM. If I remove that, that will be not showing. AM or PM will not be showing. Now I am removing this A. That means it will not show AM or PM. See. AM or PM is not showing. Understood moment? Complicated? If you want, you can use this also. You can deal with that, or you can use this up to your requirements. But there is one more is there, moment with local. It will show the stuff locally. Locally means in your own language. In your own language means now, for example, click on Telugu, it will show it in Telugu. Are you able to see? 5 January 2023, Telugu it is showing. If I show you Hindi, it will show us in Hindi. Everything is Hindi. Okay. But that is a separate library again. That instructions we have to follow how to use it. I haven't tried it, but there is a separate library from them which you can try it. But to try it, you have to follow their instructions how to use it. Okay, there is a possibility. I am just showing. Okay, understood the dates. I want you to try date class and this also. Both I want you to try. Dates moment is popular. Okay. And you can compare dates now to joining two date of births are there. Who is elder, who is smaller, you can compare. Just greater than symbol, less than symbol, same thing you can use. Got a point? You can compare dates like that as well. I want you to try these dates, okay?